pressure on the goddamn rules.
Yeah, sure.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna pass out some cards. If you get an ace card, you're the Mafia. There are 4. I'm gonna fucking kill you. If there are 4 Mafia and 3 Mafia alive, you have 2 kill power.
Keep going.
If there are 2 Mafia alive, it reduces to 1 kill power. So the goal of the Mafia is to kill people at the nighttime. I'm sure everyone's familiar with that process and how it works. All right. If you got the king card, you're the detective. You work for the town and the town only. At night, you raise your head. I say detective heads up. You point at someone, and I will do a motion that is either this, T for town, or I'll do this for Mafia with the deep squad. Okay, and now you know that information, and that's secret to you.
Can I see that squad? Can you talk?
Deep squad. If you got the, no, you're good. I got the queen card. If you get the queen card, you're the medic. You can choose to save someone during the night. It prevents them from being killed. Now, because there are 2 kill power, sometimes the Mafia, sorry, can decide double tap somebody. And they're dead. They cannot be blocked by a Mafia heal, okay?
Can medics save themselves?
Medic cannot save themselves, and they cannot save the same person 2 nights in a row. But you could do Aiden Void Aiden. You know what I mean? Like that.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Would not save it.
Aiden, unfairly ranked on the Reddit tier list, by the way. Unfairly. Jack, if you have the Jack, you are the vigilante. You have 1 shot in your gun. You use it at night. If you use it, it's over. You can choose not to use it at night as well. You work for the town. All right.
When's kill power go to 1?
Kill power goes to 1 at 2 Mafia alive.
Just 1 and that's it. Okay.
Can we start with 4?
Yeah.
And then
I'm gonna shuffle this shit. I would love to rig the game. It'd be very interesting, but I'm not going to. Let's see if the magic will really happen. Oh, the cards are different colors. It doesn't mean anything.
The one time I had it,
The more you talk, the more you open the
I
scoop.
saw Mango have. And I don't think you're as bad as you
All right.
got it. I saw Mango shot him dead, then Mafia killed him the same way. It's another nice shot.
So when you explained this idea, was that the first one?
The first vigilante shot ever was against the guy.
No, I meant more than
nice
shot.
well,
You need definitive info.
Another thing, guys, from from yesterday's shit show game. Side conversations, side conversations, side conversations. Not chill. They're fucked up. They ruin the game. I will call them out and stop you from having them. Do you understand?
They don't ruin the game.
They only ruin the game if everyone is bad, and you guys aren't. So
We do names.
names.
Because there are some people I think that, I mean, I don't know.
Everyone, go around and introduce yourself.
Facts.
Sadness.
Ludwig, journalism.
Hungry Box.
Nick, Envy,
Bobby Scar.
Michael,
Zane.
Matt.
Rag.
Matt.
No one's saying it loud. Like,
Bob Thunder. Boy, Aiden.
you're
Those are the names.
I thought it was Eamon.
Eamon.
That
Mr.
quiet.
Gaiman.
Oh, gotcha. Hey, nice to meet you.
All right, so everyone got your card. You got a good look at it. We are going tonight. We are going to identify roles, and we are going to have a quick day. Are you ready? Time to go to bed, everyone. It's nighttime now in the chat. Not in the chat. All right. If you got the ace card, you are Mafia. Please raise your head. Mafia, heads down. You got the king card. You are the detective. Raise your head. Detective, heads down. If you got the queen card, you are the medic. Raise your head. Medic, head down. And if you got the jack card, you are the vigilante. Please raise your head. Vigilante, heads down. Everybody, wake up in the morning. You have 5 minutes and I force a night.
Do we have a pillow?
What's up? And I'll get a pillow.
Wait, it's behind
We
you.
got it.
Also, you can accuse once, and if the vote does not go through and the person lives, you get another 2 minutes and then another accusation if you would like. If that goes through or doesn't, it goes tonight no matter what. Okay, timer starts
Mike,
now.
how do you think about 12 people having 5 minutes and 20 people having 5 minutes? Or whether there's like
I think the first day you shouldn't even be talking, so it's like it doesn't really matter.
what about for future rounds?
For future rounds, for 12 minutes?
Same time limit or?
No, the time limit will be dynamic. All right, game on.
That makes me happy.
Kill someone.
Let you people talk.
So there's 5 minutes.
You'll also have to project. It's super loud in here. Thank you.
Mafia, look at me.
H-Box 1.
Got it.
Should we be in a smaller circle?
I don't think there's a way to make it.
Yeah, it is.
I think you want to keep
Not with the cameras. Yeah, we open the camera.
It'll get smaller with. So yeah, thank you for that. I will say I've never ever seen you talk first when you're Mafia. So I already have a talent read on you. If you want, yeah, that's. I always am a person who likes going off of previous behavior to get more information. A lot of times I just assume on hunches. So I think you're down. I'm happy Adam is playing, although I have no idea with him. He could be a really crazy Mafia, but I have no idea. In terms of sussery and susseries, I was also looking around and seeing, as usual, when you see your card and put it down. I don't know why, I hate to say it because you play the guitar. You had a little bit of lip off, but it's also your first time playing here, so from what I know. So I have no fucking clue. Okay, that's my clue. Thank you, Ludwig. Journalism major.
Thank you.
So apart from that, you two are on the beanbag together. It's pretty intense. Pretty intense.
That's
You feel any rumbles during the night, Cody?
So I am going to say this is the closest two people have ever sat together. And if you did,
I didn't feel anything. Okay, no metagame.
that would matter. Yeah, that would
I
matter.
didn't ask.
I just.
Don't ask, but now we know. Right. So apart from that, you both are sitting in the same like. That's kind of weird.
They both have a watch on their left arm.
3 minutes.
A little odd. All right, that's all I've got. Yeah.
He's got a point.
So a similar previous behavior thing, I actually have a town read because Wes was actually able to make eye contact for more than 1 second this time.
So you're saying what's the sound?
Yeah, last time he was Mafia, I don't know what happened in the game after, but he literally looked at me and
Let me ask him. He's my coach.
I think
Wes,
between games he practiced looking at people.
Did he actually?
are you town?
Yeah.
That's even pretty sincere.
That was good.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That's solid from Wes.
Solid for what?
He's my coach. I need to
That's
work
Wes's
with him.
game right there.
I noticed that you laughed pretty hard at Ludwig's joke there. Do you think that he's actually that funny?
You can say yes.
game.
No, I actually didn't laugh that hard, so I don't know why.
You laughed pretty hard.
Laugh.
You laughed pretty hard.
I really did.
Pretty big laugh.
Were you laughing at something else
No,
recently?
I was laughing at that.
Just say I'm funny and let's just move on.
Look, you're not gonna get me in this game.
Just
It's not happening.
What did you get?
It's not happening. I'm 1,000% down. So this is not happening again. Your theater is not gonna work here.
We're just gonna work
So I'm
together, is what you're
saying-
telling me. That's
Two
how
minutes.
I feel weird about him right now.
You throw him in?
You feel weird about me?
No, I don't actually.
You think I'm
Because
wrong?
I played Mafia with you last time and you don't feel weird yet. You're not doing the whole like. No one yet. It's too early. I really don't know. But I don't feel weird about him.
You haven't said
How
it
do you feel
before.
about me? I honestly like. Not that I jumped to that conclusion initially, but I did like how you just like started off talking, which gave me some town vibes. I'm not sure yet. I really don't have much.
In bias alone, who would you kill right now?
You look so excited to ask me
Yeah.
that question.
You go.
You can't say? Why not?
Because I don't know.
You don't know your own bias?
Because town doesn't really have the information.
I'm talking about you, the person.
No side comments.
Whoa!
No side
Rule
comments.
number one.
Well, her.
If I can't do it, nobody can.
Let me just ask why you thought
1 minute.
I will say, Scar said, do you think Ludwig is that funny? You dodged the question,
He
which
did.
is sus.
Don't even go down that path.
I'm just gonna say,
I'm like-
just answer the question, Hug, so we can move on.
Oh, we're back to this.
Yeah, what's the question?
Bobby asked it. I didn't ask it.
Wasn't that funny?
Do you think I'm that funny that you laughed that hard?
I laughed at whatever joke you made, but I didn't think I laughed at it that hard.
I almost want to nominate.
wasting-
I just want to nominate.
And I already forgot the
We're
joke.
wasting valuable
I'm
time.
being serious. You guys are actually listening.
30 seconds.
I have.
Who wastes time like
I'm
that?
sus of Ludwig.
It's not wasted.
He just wasting time.
Too many subs, too little time.
I have a town read on Hugo because like the defense this time wasn't just sort of like chill one. It was sort of like no, you're fucking wrong this time. That's like he
10
pulled an
seconds.
He pulled an H box right there, and I respect that sort of. But so I'm gonna say for now I have a town read on you. I think this whole couch is giving me a
Time is up. I will be forcing Ignite. There are no accusations. Everyone heads down. It's nighttime. All right. Mafia, heads up. Who would you like to kill? Mafia, decide on your second kill. Mafia heads down. Detective heads up. Who would you like to check? Detective heads down. Medic heads up. Who would you like to save? Medic heads down. Vigilante heads up. Would you like to shoot your shot? Vigilante heads down. Everybody wake up and rise in the morning except for H-Box, he's dead.
Oh, a save?
Save or double down.
I gotta kill the champ.
Can I get the photo? I don't think I talked about this a lot with Aiden and Scar yesterday after the last Mafia game. Let's not waste time talking about double down because we just waste time and we have so little time in the
What's
early
double
rounds.
down?
Like double tap.
double tap.
Whether it was since there was only one kill, it's so not worth it in the early rounds. I see Wes. I want to hear from Nico after Wes because yesterday Nico looked so emotionless during the day. Is what I was noticing. Like I just saw you almost. I don't know. It seemed to me like you were trying to keep a poker face in some ways. I didn't see you laughing or anything. And you're new, and I think we should hear from the new people anyways, because you've never played Summer Mafia before.
Oh, what a terrible shot.
Insane. That's actually the worst odds I've ever seen. There's a 5 minutes.
Does anyone remember who Hungrybox accused of?
He said this whole couch is sus.
He didn't
And then he
accuse
looked at me.
Like
anybody.
Hugo.
He
I
only
really
said,
couldn't even hear him, so
Call me and
honestly.
you go
he only
down.
said people
Tell
were
us how to
down,
run it.
No,
not
he said this whole
Okay.
couch was sus, and then he looked at me and he said, I thought you were good.
He said,
And then he died.
Town
Well, no
review,
connection.
Town review, and he was kind of town
Town red scar also.
I
And
thought he was
he
making
town
sus, I
star.
couldn't hear for shit.
He literally said 4 people are town.
How do you feel about this information?
I feel like there's nothing to go off of.
Neat.
Anyone else?
You're right.
I imagine Scar probably got saved. Scar and H-Box seemed like 2 pretty like obvious first kills. I don't think like him sussing people out has anything to do with him getting killed, because he's considered to be a good player. And if your Mafia is probably a good person to take out. I don't think like we should make any accusations based on that.
It would be really funny to love that after you won.
That's true, actually.
I kind of want to second the idea that I think the couch is pretty sus. I think that
You're on a couch?
I think
Which couch?
particularly I feel weird about Vish and Chillin. I feel like everyone else here, given the body vibes, like are pretty attentive and listening to people, but they like started off
Side conversations.
They start off the whole thing like yawning and laid back and kind of tired. And I feel like Mafia is something you really want to like participate in, and everyone else is attentive. So I feel like that's kind of like a thing to like put the stress down for themselves and say like, you know what, I'm like super chill. I'm not Mafia. You guys don't have to worry. Just try to pass.
Slime just dropped it.
I actually feel like
Anything a
Dish
sauce?
and Chillin are pretty good. They're like laid back, but they've been very attentive to everyone who's listening. They're trying to get reads. I was trying to get reads on them, and it just looks like we're playing the game. Like they're laying back, but they're actually focusing really hard. So I feel like they're now.
Wait, how much you want to bet they can? What do you think about us?
Nothing less.
We didn't have to defend ourselves.
If you would have a fake one, let's go, boy.
I was a little sus on Hugo. They won. There's not much to go off of, but I was a little sus of Hugo.
So sometimes the enemies are closer than you think.
Yeah, that's about it.
Pretty good value. I'll take it. So the sauce on the couch, I feel like this couch is pretty random. I don't know what HBox's like actual reasoning behind it was. I don't think there was any aside from me and Vish were sitting the same.
Yeah, we had the same pose. How dare we?
I'm genuinely tired. It's been a long weekend. That's all I have to say about the pose. But as far as my susses, that couch, I'm flipping the script
2
on
minutes.
that couch because Hugo initially and still kind of strikes me as just a little weird. Just some weird behavior in general.
Absolutely.
And then if I didn't see you play Mafia before, but if it's as he described it, then you're playing it a lot different this time. And if you were Town last time, then logically either you're a Power Roll or Mafia this time. So that's my only reads on that. And that's pretty much all I have at the moment.
Alright, do we want to kill somebody today?
Yeah.
By sound of voice.
Yes.
Alright,
Yeah.
give me the A's. Give me the nays.
Oh, no.
Alright, the A's have it. Who do we want to pressure?
I want to pressure Nick.
I got some pressure.
Do I have some nays? I have some nays.
Feels like not a lot
And
of
literally
participation.
I mean,
Who's down to
give
kill
him the
Nick? Anyone down?
I'm at pressure.
I'm
Yeah,
down to
let's hear Nick.
We have 1 minute.
Let's hear from Nick. Why was Nick
From the
sus of
group
Lud?
is me.
Because Nick was
Led
sus
by
of Lud
Ludwig.
yesterday,
Led by
right?
Ludwig.
Yeah, you sussing me.
Why don't
So
you
why were you
have a
sus of Lud?
discussion and we'll listen to that?
Talk to me, Nick.
Hug me, feel nicer. Was not sus of Lud, completely kidding. But if the question is who we want to pressure, I don't think I need to defend myself right now. I think if the question is who we want to pressure, we should think about who hasn't said a word. I think it's very unlikely that any Mafia members were outspoken at the end of the game because so many people were outspoken that they didn't have to. They can just sit back and let us go, I think you're sus, I think you're sus. So the people in my head that are fine were the most talkative, and proof of that is that HBox was the most talkative, he died. So I think early people who talked a lot, probably fine. I think people on that couch who were accusing a lot, probably fine. People in my head I'm thinking about right now, I am thinking of Ludwig. He's usually more controlling of the game. He's not talking at all. I'm sus of anyone over here who is not speaking.
Time is up.
And that's it.
I nominate Bob Thunder.
Second.
Second on Bob Thunder, you are now defending yourself. You have 1 minute.
I gotta fix her. There's a lot of pressure for somebody who's played Mafia total twice. But I don't know.
I got
Tell us why you're down.
I don't like that.
Tell you guys why I'm down. Well, I don't know. Having not played a lot, I'm just trying to observe as much as I can.
What have you observed?
Chill couch, I'm not really sus of chill couch like everybody else is. You see RA, when you're Mafia, you're usually talking way more. Yeah, you control the game way more when you're Mafia, so I don't think you're Mafia. Like, this couch, I don't really have a read on you guys yet. I just need to see it play out.
Alright. A lot of chills, no susses.
Can you talk about the people who haven't
10
something
seconds.
other than these two couches? Say something else.
Alright,
Because that's so
Aiden
easy.
hasn't said very much. Aiden is usually pretty controlling when he's walking. That over here hasn't said a damn word either, so I have no idea.
You got a vote.
That's crazy.
Couches are
You're thinking for Kill Bob Thunder. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 19. We need 10 votes for him to die. That's crazy. Everyone put your heads down. No side conversations. I will. Everyone heads down. If you would like Bob Thunder to die, please raise your hand. Raise them high, please. Everyone, heads up. Keep them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6 votes. It's not enough. Okay, 2 more minutes on the clock.
Pillow boy.
Pillow.
Okay, I want to hear more from Saddad and from Aiden because they're usually like on. Well, I haven't heard from Saddad yet, but the only thing I've heard from you is like saying that Medic must have saved either Scar or Hungrybox. I want to hear why you specifically targeted those two. And I just want to hear from you because I haven't heard from you at all. No, why you said Medic probably saved one of those two. Because you mentioned that earlier in the last round.
Yeah, because Bobby is one of the best players in the game, right? So the likelihood of Medic... What was that? I didn't Bobby is one of the best players in the game.
One in the circle.
Thank you. So the likelihood of someone... Like, we already agreed last night that the likelihood of double tapping is low. So, and Bobby is one of the best and most notable players who's probably be saved in the first round. So it's just very reasonable that Bobby was saved. I don't think that's
because
a
he's one of the
stretch
best
at all.
players.
I also think that you said, like, no, we wanted to pressure people who weren't talking at all.
1 minute.
But of the time that had passed, I'm one of the minority of the circle who have spoken. So I don't really understand that point.
I feel like we should forget whatever we're going on right now. I feel like we should focus more on who voted just now. I feel like the people who just voted for Bob Thunder are probably most likely Mafia or stupid, in my opinion. But I feel like we should get down to the people who voted, ask them and pressure them because
30 seconds.
I feel like we're wasting our time.
All right, so who voted
Hands up if you
voted?
He voted and didn't talk. I think he's the one we should kill.
Yeah.
No, let him talk.
All right, let him talk.
I agree. Do you want to nominate him?
No, give it to
Hold on,
Caleb first.
Can people raise their hand if they voted for killing Bob Thunder?
Speak, Caitlin.
It was 6 votes,
Caitlin, say
right?
something.
Say
as
something,
we go,
I'm
Caitlin.
giving up on you.
What's your name?
Matt.
Are you Mafia?
I nominate Matt.
I'll tell you why I wanted to kill. I feel like when you're down, it's just easy to talk naturally, just like have a conversation. When you're Mafia, you're putting on an act, and it was just a simple question like, tell us what you're thinking, Bob Thunder. And the only point you could come up with was to repeat the point that was already said, which is that
Time is up.
Alright, I rescind my thing,
I feel like if
and
you're just
then I now vote Cody.
I'll second Cody.
Cody, you are now defending yourself. You have 1 minute. We are going tonight no matter what.
No, I'm actually sick and tired of being Town. I would love to be Mafia. I've gotten Town every damn game I've played here. But no, I'm not Mafia. I'm just Town. In fact, I was going to ask him why he stuttered twice when he immediately started talking.
I believe you.
Wow.
He's very honest when he's all like
No
this.
offense,
I've
because
seen
my
it in
coach,
tournament.
Adam hasn't said a word, and I'm kind of surprised by that. I can't see if there's anyone behind Nick at all.
No, Nick and then Flash.
Okay. And
Alright,
Dunk's
I
been
rescind my
dead
vote.
silent, which is also kind of confusing.
They rescinded.
So the 6 people that voted were
Us 3 and
All right, 30 more seconds and we're going tonight no matter what.
Right? I have an idea.
He voted too.
There were 6, right?
You can say something if you want.
just to say why I voted. I just kind of wanted to get the wheels turning.
Can you speak up a little bit?
I just wanted to get the game going a little bit, so I thought going on someone like that. And I do agree with what he said that you did just kind of say the same points that you said.
Yeah, directly.
Wasn't the greatest.
All right, everyone, heads down. Time is up. We are going to nighttime now. Nighttime now. Huh?
No one nominated Cody?
No, West rescinded. So I just let his defense time around.
Okay.
All right. Mafia, heads up. Decided your first kill. Mafia, decide on your second kill. Mafia heads down. Detective heads up. Who'd you like to check? Detective heads down. Medic heads up. Who'd you like to save? Medic heads down. Vigilante heads up. Would you like to shoot your shot? Vigilante heads down. Everybody wake up in the morning except for 2 stars of the Reeds. They are dead. Bobby and Ludwig.
A star? I'm flattered.
Okay.
I'm done to talk.
I think right now, the reason that I think that we should start killing is because we have 4 Mafia and they don't reduce to 1 kill power till 2. If we don't start killing, they're going to have 2 kill power longer. And the only way you rid of that is starting killing. So I think that this round we have to. I think it's super interesting that those people die. We have both seen a BM kill, someone who dies round 1 a lot die, and a popular person's kill. They don't really care if people that a lot of people unanimously like playing with are dead. I think it's a lot of really good information. So 2 things we should kill. Second thing, that, and third thing, one more thing, sorry, I'll stop talking, is we should coordinate by the end of the round who we want our cop to check tonight, so that next turn, if they do not reveal who cop is, we can trust that person for the rest of the game.
So if you don't want to hear from, I do want to hear from you. I think when you're on this stuff, I definitely want to hear from you because you're not here. I also agree, Aiden's been a little more quiet than you. Even though he says he's talking, you're normally way more talking than you. I think I saw him.
Right, so first off, I gotta say, I mean, that's an awful play. Like, oh, we should, like, let the cop know to check this person. Why would you even give Mafia that information in the first place?
Why does it matter?
Check, they're not revealing.
No, yeah, but it's still like, if that person, let's say we're saying, okay, the cop, check Hugo. And Hugo is not Mafia. Then for the Mafia, it's much easier to kill that person, right?
Well, they already know who it is.
But Mafia is going to kill someone regardless. So if anything, it's more information for our medic to save.
If the person dies, and let's say it's a town person, then you lose a team member, right?
That's going to happen regardless.
Mafia an educated opinion on who they should check.
He's saying you lose it. No, I think all you're doing is giving Mafia much more control. And let's say, like, let's say the cop instead is like, oh, I'm gonna check this person on, my own raid, and that person is alive, then that, that cop, if that person later on in the game gets called out, they might, swap the direction to someone else because they know, oh, you were safe. But if they're like, oh, you're safe but you're dead, it doesn't mean shit.
So, like, in the greater context of the game, if we pick someone who has had a lot of conversations with people, we can pseudo-clear other people. Like, if we can, like, create logic trains between, oh, these 2 people interact with a ton, it's very unlikely
5 minutes.
They're both Mafia if one of them is clear, you know what I mean? Like, it's information that is information. Like, right now we don't have any. We're saying, you guys are sus. No, you guys are sus. And we're doing that until people die. So
I see what you mean, but I think you're giving Mafia much more. And Webbs, you look sus as fuck. You look sus as fuck.
I look sus?
Yeah, sus.
I was next.
I'll go to you.
Can we also hear Don? Yeah, so we'll hear from them. I'm just bringing this up right now and then we'll handle it later. But the reason I was asking Aiden about his whole speech on, like, probably $100 or Scar got saved the first round, I forget exactly how it went. I think it's mighty odd that the round after he had said that, then Scar is dead. So I feel like that's on some knowledge that he shouldn't have, to know that Scar should have died at one round and then got saved, and all of a sudden he's dead the next round.
4 minutes.
It's always specific, considering there are multiple players in this game who, you know, you could rely on as good talent. So I just find it weird that he just happened to die the round after you said that, oh, he was probably a double tap save or like a medic save or whatever on that round. So I just want to hear you like get into that, especially considering that other people already feel like you're like a little off on your behavior. You're nodding your head at me. I don't know. It doesn't sound crazy to me.
Okay, so the last couple games that I played, I stayed pretty quiet in the first couple rounds, and I tried to focus on who I thought Mafia was. But this game, I'm trying to focus on who I think Town is. So I actually do have a pretty good read on Brown Couch over here. I think that Chillin and Vish are probably Town. I think Westballs is probably Town. He's acting pretty consistent with how he's played in the past. He's made some accusations, which he usually does when he's Town. I don't know about you guys. I think Cody's probably Town. You're also playing consistent before. No, I'm not sure about you. What's your name again? Matt? I'm not sure about Matt. Those are the primary Town.
I did
Thank you.
say something.
Well, I want to hear more.
Okay, a few things. It's really hard to see people. If there's empty spots, is there any way to like move people in?
Yeah.
Because it's hard. Step on, that would be
We
great.
could all like scoot in if we wanted.
That's beautiful. Okay.
Don't block it. Don't block the game.
I forgot that they were in the course.
Yeah, there's a spot over here.
It's better to get in this corner for sound anyway, so like, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know you existed over there.
Hiding.
God damn, I don't really have much to say. I'm really just going off personal habits and nervous behavior. People do have nervous behavior because they don't lie or say something staying consistent. What stories they can say is listening is better than saying something bad. If they have like inconsistencies in the stories.
What do you think about the game that's been happening? Like about people specifically?
The first skill was actually a little weird in saying that maybe somebody was safe because the medic doesn't have to save anything, right?
Well, they have 2 kill power, only 1 back. There's no reason to double tap because the only reason to do that is to fool people into thinking there's less Mafia, and it was round 1.
I was just impressed at the RNG of the medic actually saving somebody out of 20 people.
Happened last game.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's why it's like obvious.
Yeah, but you picked literally the guy that died the next round. That's why I'm weird.
Why would they not try to, if they think he's a threat, why would they not try to kill him the round?
Why do you think that they were a threat unless you were part of the decision?
Because Bobby is always one of the best talent players.
So I think we only have some real information, right? We already have, like, we have a first vote. So who held up their hands? And let's look at them.
Yeah,
I'm one of them, right? And there's gotta be one Mafia in this, right? This is like some real information.
Was it 8?
1 minute.
So
You're
let's-
right.
let's-
I know. I feel like I have a strong feeling, and I feel like we should kill someone.
Yeah.
Who would you want to kill? Tell me. Just
Who's
say
up?
it.
Hands up. I think Couch might be fine, or they're both Mafia, which would be crazy. You are sus, and you're sus, and I'm not too sus of them, but they can be sus.
Okay.
I mean, as far as why I voted, just odds-wise, I haven't played with him ever before, and based on his defense, I wasn't convinced he was Town. And the chance that we get a Mafia is worth voting to me with this many people playing, because that's the only way Town wins a game is by voting off.
I mean,
so you have to you have to make that leap at some point. And based on what he said, and I don't know.
Give us a more obvious answer than what.
Who are you talking about again?
Town versus.
Bob Thunder.
You guys have 10 seconds.
That's the people he was bringing up that voted on Bob Thunder.
Town answer I've ever heard.
We have 10 seconds to nominate. I nominate Rags. Like, she just talked about how you should be playing the game and not about what happened in the game.
Time is up.
I did it.
I second.
Second. We have a second on
Because-
Rags. You're
because
not
I think
defending
she's sus.
yourself. You have 1 minute. You have 1 minute.
I know
You
that.
have 1 minute.
What the fuck?
We're talking about people that raise their hands.
We have 10 seconds.
You
This is for
literally
defense.
nominated me to talk.
Defend yourself.
No, you see that? That class is
Fucking
Mafia.
kill me.
You have a
It's
minute.
bad
You just
move.
glad you
Literally
can defer
nominated
the
me to talk.
attention for the
No side conversation.
You're literally trying to just bust me right now, which is sus of you, not
He
me.
diverted the attention.
What?
he diverted his attention.
Yeah, he's literally buzzing me.
Yeah.
You literally just are like, hey, shoot me.
We have to kill.
That was the worst thing you could have possibly done for yourself.
We had 10 seconds to kill
This is
someone,
so
and I think
defensive.
you're the
Not
most
kill
sus
somebody
person
who's
by
not
far.
You
30 seconds.
People are already progressively working towards, which makes actual logical sense.
We haven't. I don't think that saying we should kill someone in those 7 because we didn't narrow down at all, and we don't have time to narrow down in 10 seconds.
I agree.
Your defense was terrible. Your defense was, I'm looking for people who are lying, and then you didn't say anyone who
It
was
wasn't a
lying.
defense. You asked me my inputs. I wasn't being accused of an attack.
I think you just haven't given any input on the game, and I think that Town.
Do you agree that we should kill someone this round?
We should kill
Not
somebody
you,
this
though?
round, but we should have gotten a lot more
All right.
pillow going around.
Time is up. That is Rag's defense. We are now voting to kill Rags. 5, 6, 7. Okay, if you would like Rags to die, put your heads down in general. If you would like her to die, please raise your hand. You want to keep your hands up? Heads up. That is 4 votes. That is not enough. You have 2 more minutes on the clock.
4 votes. Interesting. Interesting number. Who were the 4?
It was me, Nick.
Interesting number.
Interesting number.
I feel like we got 2 Mafia.
That was very sus. Very
Can we
sus.
just?
Very
I
sus.
nominate Zane.
Yeah, I second.
I second.
That was the worst
Second
thing
on
you
who?
could have done.
Zane.
Zane, you are now defending yourself.
Okay. So you're sus, Wes. You're sussing me because I voted in both.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Well, and he deflected from the 6 that we were talking
Yeah, you did 3 Mafia. You did 3 Mafia moves.
And we voted both. No, I know. But I think with 10 seconds left, I don't think we had enough of a case. I actually agree with the Chill and Bish stuff. I feel like they've been playing pretty consistent. I feel like at the end of last game, I was actually watching blind, and I was thinking they might be Mafia, but they did the exact same thing of just like sitting in the exact same body posture. I thought Rags was suspicious because when we asked her to talk, she didn't say anything of consequence about the game itself. I voted for Bob Thunder because your defense being Brown Couch and Chill Couch being the 2 points of discussion is again just repeating what people said. And at this point, I started out on Rags because we had 10 seconds left to vote. Starting that is the only reason we have time to talk right now because we hadn't killed anyone in the first 2 days.
But we unanimously agreed that we should kill someone who voted, and then you just diverted.
That was not a unanimous agreement.
No, we basically all said we should look at someone who voted.
Okay.
All right,
I did not.
defense is over. You're now voting to kill Zane, the other Zane. You're gonna put your heads down. If you would like Zane to die, raise your hand. Keep them high, everyone. Heads up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. About 13 votes. You are dead, Zane. You're going to nighttime now. Everyone, heads down.
Just wanted to get the chair.
Heads down. All right. Mafia, heads up. Decide on your first kill. Decide on your second kill. Mafia heads down. Detective heads up. Who would you like to check? Detective heads down. Medic heads up. Who would you like to save? Medic heads down. Vigilante heads up. Would you like to shoot your shot? Vigilante heads down. Everybody wake up except for Westballs and Cody.
Man.
They're 4 Mafia.
And they drop down to 1 when they're 2 or 3?
2. Yeah.
So we don't have a confirmation.
We have nothing.
I don't know how to deal with it. As far as like the voters, I've had sus on Matt for like a while. I just feel like most of the time, like people will be paying attention to the people who want to lead the conversation. I feel like you've been kind of phasing out. And then of course, the voters.
So everybody that's died has been the opposite of the people I would have killed. It's all the people I know. And no offense to the people that I don't know, but I want to play with people that I know just because I have no read on the people that I don't know. And the people that have died are literally like Ludwig, Scar, Thunderbox, Cody, West. Like, those are the people that I know. Those are the only people I can get a read on.
So the people who have died so far are consistent, like strong players from previous games. So I feel like Mafia have to be people who, at the very least, are aware who the strong players are. I don't know who's got their hand up first.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. So I think Mafia is definitely strong players that want to get rid of town members that are going to guide the conversation. Typically, West Baldwin makes a read. Everyone kind of like watches whoever he does make a read on. So I feel like the strong members left to be people like Hugo. I think Armada was pretty good the last time I played with him. But these aren't really
Sussex.
Yeah, just little baby Sussex.
Wait, no, Alright, so I also wanted to talk a little bit about the people that died. I haven't played at the Melee Summits for a long time, so I don't really know which players are considered strong or not. But you can often see people talk afterwards who dies early and so. And Hungerbox dying super early is, pretty standard. And then quickly people that start, talking about, things that were relevant quickly died off after. To me, it kind of feels like it's quite a few inexperienced members in the Mafia. You kind of follow like what's happened in previous games. That was kind of my feeling.
Why do you feel like it's inexperienced?
Because kind of you pick like whatever is like been popular in the past. Like Hungerbox dying, very, very obvious pick, for example. You had people like Cody, for example, trying to also push for Sane. And I don't know, I'm not saying Sane is necessarily Mafia, but he felt kind of sus to me. And wasn't his name? Yeah.
And he is
yeah.
So I just can't hear.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, that was kind of my feeling. So with that said, if I would have to say one right now, that would be you, Riley. That's my gut feeling.
Can I?
Okay, you first and then Riley.
Go Nico.
So, yeah, just brief thing. Aside from defending myself, I haven't said very much, but...
Can you speak up?
Yeah, sure. So, aside from having to defend myself, I know I haven't said very much, but I'm also looking around for people who have spoken the least aside from myself, obviously. I want to hear from Sad Dad, I want to hear from Dunk, and I want to hear from Ryobeat as well. And that's pretty much what I have to add. It's pretty absurd.
I want to know, do we still have four Mafia? Because we're not too black.
We don't know.
It could have been the vigilante.
Could have been the vigilante.
We don't know what 4 is right now.
Oh, the game didn't say there were 4?
Well, it started with 4,
oh, okay,
but they get 2
still
kill
held the
power
two.
until there's 2 left, so we don't know if it's 3 or 4. It's either or.
Yeah, I very much so.
This isn't like 100%, but you normally are more talkative when you're not.
5 minutes, guys.
So I would also like to hear more from this past but Hugo, Ryo, and...
Alright, I want to go off of some real information, right? Because I like looking at the votes. So if you put up one finger if you voted for Ragtime, and then another finger if you voted for Law.
Let's do it one at a time.
No.
Yeah, this is confusing.
If you voted for just one of them, put up one finger. If you voted for both of them, put up 2 fingers. I just want to see who voted for both of them.
Well, we've got 3 votes.
Yeah, but I only want to know about those 2. This is my
I can't remember if I voted for you
All 4 people voted for
Let me just see. Can you please?
What does that mean?
Just one. So these are the only people that voted for him, right?
Does that mean Rags?
Vish did too.
Vish did too.
He's not holding up for Bob. He's doing some weird system.
Yeah, I don't really so you're the only one that voted for both.
Have you ever voted period?
And you're just sus. Why? 4 minutes. Well, you're down to kill everybody, and you're definitely pushing.
I opened the round with we need to kill someone.
That's smart. Right? I got you. But that's just.
It's
I mean, we have very
It's
little.
not a read.
And this seems like I don't know. It seems like. Well, aren't we supposed to pass it?
Yeah, I got you.
So, quick question I have: who did not vote for Zayn?
I did not vote.
I didn't vote for
I didn't
Zayn.
vote for
Yeah,
One finger up.
Oh, sorry.
Can we
sorry.
hear why?
yeah, sure. Why didn't you vote for Zayn?
Walter, you accused me and I haven't heard anything from you, Simon.
I don't know. I thought his defense usually when someone gets accused like that, their defense is lackluster, and he literally said that entire thing without taking a breath. So I was a little bit convinced, but seeing everyone else vote, I was a little surprised. That's why.
3 minutes left.
Yeah, I just from what his defense was, he just seemed like very like passionate, like he was active in town, and that his main thing that he was saying was that we had to accuse someone. So he kind of pulled it out of nowhere. To be fair, when he accused Rags, it was kind of out of nowhere, but the way he phrased his defense made sense to me. And so I didn't think he was Mafia. I didn't think you were Mafia either. I didn't vote for you, but I'm just saying that his line of reasoning made sense in his defense, which is why I voted for him.
Caitlin, she's the other person. Haven't heard from her.
I think that Zayn did jump on it quickly, but when he started to explain himself and made eye contact the entire time, he didn't take a breath at all. It like sat forward and felt really engaged. So that's why I was like not super bought on it. But I would like to hear more from Mix because you're very like energetic, so excited. You pulled me into this game to play. You were so excited, then you went like dead quiet, and I haven't heard a lot. But I've never played with this before, so I don't really know your style. So that's my
Okay, so when Nick said that he thought we had to kill somebody, I agreed with him too. And none of you guys voted to kill anybody. Do you think that we should have started killing somebody on that night or no?
No, I think that was the right play. I did vote to kill. Wait, we had 2 votes that day. We only have one.
Rags and
We had Rags too.
Oh, right.
Oh, okay.
So, did you
But
vote
yeah,
for
no,
the other
I
one?
agreed with it, but we didn't have enough of a consensus. Like, we have to actually agree that someone's like Mafia for sure. I mean, we ended up killing Zayn, so hopefully he was Mafia or not. But like, if we're not like on a good sus, then it feels random when we accuse someone, and so it's like not as good to vote for them.
That makes sense.
So, just to start putting some names
1 minute left.
I still have my hard sus on Aiden for his behavior at the beginning of the round. And then I also have a sus on Sadet, just because of, like, she's barely said anything, and the first thing she did say was, I want to hear more from Hugo, which I've already been speaking on Aiden. So, like, that already seems sus to me. And then the vote on Zayn. I don't know if we actually got Zayn on that. I don't know if that was accurate or not. I voted for him. But, just to have that opinion, then also still vote him, and then
30 seconds.
Sussing on me. Those are my 2 susses. I think we should focus on them for right now. I don't know about Rybeat yet, but that's where I'm at.
Okay, I agree. Actually, there's what you said. You have been talking to Small, so that's kind of weird. Not only that, but after you gave the pillow to him 2 times. I only have so many seconds. You gave the pillow to him 2 times. Now he's been talking this whole time. On top of that, what you did sell also kind of tips off the people that may not be Mafia originally, new players, to tell them to kill the strong players right off the bat. But you may not be able to communicate because you don't know them, right? It's a good heads up.
I nominate Dunk.
No, that's a terrible. That's a waste of time. That's a waste of time.
That's a waste of time.
No,
I think we should nominate Aiden.
I nominate Aiden.
I nominate Aiden.
No seconds on Dunk.
You're not defending yourself.
Dunk is so town, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Aiden, you have 1 minute.
Dunk is so town, it's crazy. That's actually crazy.
The primary point against me seems to be that I called out that Bobby was likely the person saved in the first round because I said he was a good player, and that's like a very obvious and reasonable save in the first round because they probably didn't double tap. And I don't really understand why that's controversial. And so that's the main part of my defense. The other part, as you may have noticed, in the previous game, by speaking a lot, I actually made a lot of mistakes. And I'm trying to be much more measured in this game because of that. I think that's a very reasonable approach to this game. And your point against me makes no sense.
No, I'm going with the Bobby logic that town really wouldn't, like, how many other people in town, as soon as they saw only one person kill, like, oh, Bobby must have been saved. Right away, that's the first thing you think. That's
he probably
crazy.
was.
That's a big jump from what actually happened.
Yeah, so
big
that-
jump.
Huge jump.
Not a jump. He's saying it's a jump.
So you think you having that info? No.
All right, time is up.
And then he did jump.
You're now voting to kill Aiden. Everyone put your heads down. We need 8 votes to kill Aiden. If you would like him to die, raise your hand. Everyone, heads up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 votes. Aiden is dead, and we are going to night. Omega Lol tier.
Oh, don't say that.
No Maggie. No Maggie slime.
All right, it's nighttime. Mafia, heads up. Decide on your first kill. Mafia, decide on your second kill. Mafia heads down. Detective heads up. Who would you like to check? Detective heads down. Medic heads up. Who would you like to save? Medic heads down. Vigilante heads up. Would you like to shoot your shot? Vigilante heads down. Everybody wake up in the morning except for Armada and Caitlin. She is dead. They are dead.
Hell no, bad kill. Which one? Say what? Because
Nick just said that was a bad kill.
Because last round we already concluded that some people thought that one, she was
No side conversation.
She was being too quiet, and 2, she was kind of sus. I don't think there's a good reason to kill anyone the town has said is sus. The same reason I think that I'm still alive. Because if anyone thinks that person is sus, you should just be driving a narrative towards them that they might be Mafia. You shouldn't kill them. I think it's a bad thing. I think it's an inexperienced Mafia guy.
Can I?
Yeah.
Wait, to
kill
Zach. Okay, so you're an experienced player, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why did you nominate?
I want to see someone dead.
You just want to see someone dead? So all of this to me is saying you're Mafia, right?
Okay.
Like this whole thing, you voted for everyone, you literally wanted everyone dead.
Yeah.
Right? You put the sus on me for some reason when people are pretty sure I'm not Mafia. And then you tried to put the suspicion on a player that's not, you, like a player that's not experienced, but you are an experienced player, to kill these people.
I'm not going to put the suspicion on myself. I think that makes sense.
But no, just to put the suspicion on yourself. No, you're just trying to figure out who's.
Do you think that you should pressure players that everyone trusts?
That pressure players that everyone trusts? Sure.
No, that's what I did.
Okay. Well, I just think that what the sentence you just said right now, right? I shouldn't put the suspicion on myself. It's not about putting suspicion on anybody.
No, but
it's just about figuring out what's going down.
You said you're putting suspicion on other people. I'm saying, well, I'm not going to do it to myself.
Well, no, you're just supposed to figure out what's going on. You're not.
That's what I'm doing. That's why I nominated.
I don't like that language.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of on Dunk's side because I think of so many people here, there was no sus on Dunk at all, and I only get very, very heavy town vibes from him, especially how passionate you are at accusing him. So for him to just do that out of the blue while we were all talking about something else was really weird. And I think the person that we did, who was the person that we were talking about killing that night that diverted?
the need to want to like kill someone immediately, but it feels like when you choose someone, it seems almost random. And I feel like if you're an experienced player, you would want to at least rally behind one person and at least try to get information like from other people about one particular person. That dunk play just seems super like trigger happy, and it seemed like you wanted to make the town just kind of like not have focus attention and actually like.
We didn't have focus attention. Yeah, no.
But I don't think that was a better solution.
We had some targets.
Yeah, but we've had some targets. We had some targets round 1 before there was a knight. That's not a target. That's pure.
Throwing dunk is a target.
I feel like both times, I feel like we're getting to the point of focus attention, and then we go to somebody random. Like Zane went on Rex, and I was like, wait, that was so random. Like, we wanted to get information off the people that either voted or didn't vote. To me, Zane felt like clearly Mafia. So to me, it felt very random to single out the dunk over practically anyone else. I understand pressuring head players that people trust, but I personally would put pressure on Chill.
So I can put into words why I specifically chose him.
Yeah, that's what I would like.
So I don't like doing that because I think it makes people stop behaviors that I think are tells. But the reason I chose him was the only thing that he said was calling someone suspicious. And I think when the only things you say are very offensive and calling people suspicious, you are often Mafia. So I chose him. But it could have been anyone who did that.
That's not true at all. Because I was just going off of votes, right? For one, like literally just, and then I told people who I thought was town. So I wasn't just being aggressive. I was being aggressive.
I also think saying I think this person's town
I told, like,
means
I think
nothing.
these people are town. I thought the beanbag was town. I just said you because you voted for everybody.
When someone says I think this person's town, it just like out the other ear. I don't think it means it.
What I didn't get to finish before, which I think is actually quite important, is that even though Sad Dad did take the hard L here, that he was wrong in the point, it's just now, that accusing Kula, because he has been talking the whole time, there's a lot of contradictions. The things that he is saying actually is flowing very well. I don't really know what to say on your part because it's kind of been all over the place, but it is an early game. If you have played hit and roll games, the first round is a shit show. It's hard to go off of stuff, so I have no input at you right now. That's what I was trying to say in the last part. I just didn't get to say it.
I definitely think that he goes to town and he's safe and he's saying things that are consistent. My game plan I want to have going forward is that we should nominate Nick as a vote because I think he's the one that's been playing the most sus. And then I'd like to second something that happened earlier on, which is the fact that Armada died, and before he died he said something that I really wanted to touch on, which is that the only players that are dying are the ones that are really notable, so it seems like there's an inexperienced Mafia player. So I think that Bob, and particularly so Matt, are the people that we should pick most. I'm feeling more Matt because I think he was pretty inconsistent in the answers he had so far, but that's pretty much my opinion.
Sorry, so we just had Armada.
Armada and Seth.
And then just because it goes off here. I also agreed with the Aiden kill just because of the fact that what you're saying is that his inexperience of having somebody, which I assume Aiden is experienced in Mafia, is that right? Is that if he's playing with people that are not experienced and you can't like coordinate, hey, fucking kill these strong players and you know what you're doing, sliding that in conversationally being like, yeah, Scar's probably saved the first round of this 20-man RNG where the medic randomly hits the person who's being killed that is the best player that just happened to be announced as the best player is too sus. So it has to be somebody that's not used to being Mafia at least.
Now, I'll just give the town some information. I'm the vigilante, and I shot her. Sorry, I don't remember her name. The reason I did it, yeah, the reason I did it is because I thought what Hugo said was accurate, that she was suspicious, and I was one of I think 2 or 3 people that didn't vote for Aiden, and I was afraid I was going to get killed this round, so I wanted to use my kill before getting lynched. That was the only reason I did it.
So does that mean we've gotten 2 Mafia?
I think that's what I was going to say. Is that what 2? And the other thing that he said was that he thinks it's an inexperienced player that's playing as the Mafia because that was a bad kill. The reason I did it was because I was Vigi. And I think the reason he's saying that is because he is the Mafia and he is experienced.
Oh, and he said, who were the 2 Mafia that killed him? Who were the 2 Mafia then? It must have been Zane and...
That's what I thought.
Zane and Aiden.
Or Aiden?
It
must have been, right?
I don't know how does that make him sus? Explain again how it makes him Mafia.
Guys, this isn't a match.
Alright, I believe that.
No,
I
no one else
trust
is
that.
challenging Vigilante.
Not.
Yeah.
I think he's down.
Does anybody want to challenge him?
I trust that actually, and I think we actually have 2 dead already.
Just to answer your
Maybe.
question, but the only thing I wasn't saying it says he is guilty or not guilty. All I was saying is that he like latched on to the point that that was a bad kill.
Sure.
And that's something that
Like,
somebody
throw
that's
it away.
suspicious could
I thought it was
grab onto. Like it's,
I
it's
see.
a
I see.
holdable.
I see.
Okay. That's all I was saying. That's what he said.
That makes a lot of sense.
So, Matt, what you're saying is you're Vig, you shot Sad Dad.
Yeah.
The only other person who died that night is Armada, right?
Yeah, so I think there were 2 though.
So that means that either there's only 2 Mafia left, or they double tap kill.
Or the medic save.
Or the medic save. That's also possible.
2 minutes.
I don't know who
I feel like it's very, very logical to kill Nick right now. I feel like we have ample data that, like, one, he's the bitch that,
Makes
like,
too much
called out
sense.
that he was trying to distract from the Sad Dad play. We have information that, like...
Wait, what?
No, wait, that
If anything, that makes me less sus. That I said that and then it was a
you
bitch
said it was a
kill.
bad play. I thought that would be trying to, like...
I think it's crazy that I said that and then it ended up being a bitch kill. Like that makes me not. I need to take sus off maybe. But anyway, either
No,
way.
but can I just say that? I think it doesn't like invalidate that because if you were Mafia, you know that you didn't kill it. You would know that Vigilante killed it. So like you
Yeah,
kind
but
of
I don't
prep
know.
that.
I think I wouldn't necessarily
I'm not buying
fancy it
into
as a
that.
mafia kill.
So, what'd you say initially? Just refresh my memory about Sad Dad?
I feel like me making the Sad Dad comment.
What was the Sad Dad? What
Oh,
did you
I
say?
said that was a bad kill. When they killed Sad Dad, because someone at the previous round had just said she was sus. It now makes sense that a Vig did it, but I feel like that makes me less sus that I said that and it ended up being a Vig kill. You know what I mean? It's like, that would be such a, I said it snapped.
1 minute!
That would be so much plan I had to deduce right when the round started.
There's no
you know?
planning because if you're Mafia, you already know it was the Vigilante.
But I said it immediately.
Start talking.
Here's the pillow.
Okay, so I still think that we should hold on to what I was saying before because it was really working, and it actually did work out if you are the vigilante. And we need to actually pick somebody that is an inexperienced player within the circle right now, not being Nick. That's what we should do right now. That is the play for a Mafia, like, narrative.
Wait, we shouldn't?
No, I don't think we should. I think we should stick with the plan that was already working and pick somebody that is not experienced in this, how the flow of the game is going. So it would be somebody that we know that hasn't played. Even if it includes myself, it is the play.
I mean, I didn't vote to speak. Is somebody voting on me?
I feel like we all kind of agreed that Nick was the vote.
That was the. I think that was more the consensus.
I feel like it's very clear. Like the whole conversation this whole time has been about Nick. I feel like it would be very silly to just be like, okay, we talked about Nick for 8 minutes. Let's now talk about Bob. Like I think we should get the Nick thing done.
I think so too.
I didn't say Bob. I didn't say Bob.
There are no accusations. We are going tonight.
Good accusations. We need votes.
We got 2 on me. We got 2 on me now.
Okay, Nick, you're now defending. You have 1 minute.
So I'm gonna open by saying that if we're gonna talk about me like at all in further rounds, I think it's a good idea to kill me now because at least we'll get off of someone who is not Mafia. I'm not Mafia, but we'll get off of the conversation. I think it's a waste of time. So kill me tonight if you think that you cannot get past the idea of me being Mafia. If you can, go. However, I don't feel like anything that I'm being called out for is necessarily very sus. The people I have voted for are all people who did not claim power roles. I think it's fair to vote them in a game where we have 4 Mafia with 2 kill power. And besides that, I think if I could have parting words, pressure people who are the most quiet. I think people who have been outspoken from the beginning of the game are not suspicious. And my people in my head right now are Void, Quiet, what's your name? I'm sorry. Bob Thunder. And then Rags are chilling. Those are my only people.
Time is up. We are now voting to kill Nick. If you would like him to die, please raise your hand. Everyone, heads up. It is nearly unanimous. It is dead, and we are going tonight. Alright. Mafia, heads up. Decide on your first kill. Mafia, decide on your second kill. Mafia heads down. Detective heads up. Who would you like to check? Detective heads down. Medic heads up. Who would you like to save? Medic heads down. Vigilante heads up. Would you like to shoot your shot? Vigilante heads down. Everybody wake up in the morning except for Hugo. He is dead.
So I got the pillow, but I don't have anything to say.
Okay, so only one kill, so I think we can safely assume what's the betting
I can barely fish. I can barely.
Yeah, you gotta speak up.
So we're probably down to two
Mafia
Mafia.
is what I'm saying. Just got one kill, so it's always the strong players that are getting KO'd, or the well-known strong players like Hugo, Armada.
So yeah, I think we can reasonably assume that we got to Mafia already, and chances are it was Zane and Aiden. Have we even voted anyone else off?
Nick.
Oh, Nick. It could have been Nick too as well, but we all, assuming he is Vigi, that means they already had one kill power the previous night. Assuming no double tap.
He did kill Sad Dad, we don't know what she's.
Well, yeah.
I actually
But
felt kind of good about that. Like that she might.
yeah, I mean, she might have been Mafia. I'm saying like 2 out of the 4 people that like might have been Mafia probably were Mafia, and you're probably Vigi, which means we still have 2 left, and we don't have much to go off of aside from that.
The only 2 minor reads I have, or I guess all 3 being sus, a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Rag's probably the most, just because I feel like she's more experienced, because she likes the game, or she seems to be excited about the game, and she's still kind of. I thought you were all excited about playing.
All that about playing, but I've never played her before. Everybody knows
Oh,
that.
I don't know.
Yeah, she's excited because she hasn't done this lately.
Okay, well, I feel like she was still trying to like point the suspicion on me, even at the end of last round when she was like pointing at who we should vote. When her name came up, she was like, "I think we should go this way," and she pointed to me. And I mean, if you believe that I'm town, then I feel like you have to believe at least a tiny bit that she's sus. Just a little bit. I'm not saying that I know anything.
I do think you're town. I think Dunk's town.
So do I.
I think Chillin's town. These 2 I'm sus on. Bob is in a weird. We keep like targeting Bob and then forgetting about him, so I don't really like that. And you 2, I'm not sure about.
Who do you feel the worst about?
I kind of feel the worst about Bob. Here, with their hand up first. I'll go to Void. We have to get to Bob around this.
Yeah, I love Void talk. The thing that I find kind of weird, going off votes, like, assuming Aiden and Zane were both Mafia, and right now they only so, Chillin, you didn't vote for either of them.
Yeah. That's
Can I ask why?
I was just pretty convinced that they were town based on the not just the defenses but their whole body language. And to be fair with Zane, we barely heard shit from him, and then kind of voted him off. And his defense of we had to kill someone, so he kind of just like busted something out because 10 seconds were left. It made sense to me. Aiden, I've seen play as Mafia only once. It was inexperienced, but he was so bad. Like, he was so obviously Mafia that ever since then, I've always seen him as town. Like, when I play with him, he's always been town. And it felt more like those games where he was town. And, like, basically, like, I just did not feel the Mafia vibes from either of them. Mainly from Aiden. With Zane, it was just kind of like 50-50. Like, I didn't know either way. And I decided not to vote for him.
Like, what?
I have 3 suspicions, and I'll say in order of how I feel like Chillin and Rags are the ones I'm the most suspicious of, and Bob the least suspicious. The only thing I really have on Bob is that, like, he, like, doesn't talk much and he's been kind of weird, but nothing like objective or like weird. I feel like all your reads are just kind of like lukewarm, like okay, sure.
I feel like in my defense, I'm not well known in the community particularly, and I don't really get a chance to talk.
Right.
So,
Which is why I don't think my sus
make
is
it out what you will. But.
Yeah. I mean, my sus isn't heaviest of you. I think it's heaviest of Chillin' and Rags. I really like the point that you made about Rags, which I felt like she did a similar thing to Nick, where like it was the last couple minutes, and then like as we were all like, oh yeah, this is what we should be doing. We should be talking about Nick. She was like, okay, actually no, we should be talking about Bob or Matt. And I thought that was kind of weird. My sus of Chillin' is just like I felt like the defense he just gave about why he didn't vote for those two weren't strong enough. I felt like he took a lot of pauses in between his defense to kind of like be like, okay, how do I make this into one narrative? And I didn't really feel like it flowed, like it worked out very well. So my order priority is Rags, definitely. I thought that was a bad play. Chillin', kind of warm on. Bob, I'm not super sure, but like if we have to think about it, just run that.
Okay, this is gonna be the realest shit that you're about to hear. Okay, I switched on what I have. Everybody that I said that probably had the right reads of what they were saying are fucking dead now. They're dead. Okay, Hugo died. Nick died. I didn't feel like Scar should have died at all. I had a comment on that at the very beginning. I don't know if you guys know that far back. Try to please stick with me here. I feel like everything that happened here, and I'm still going with, is that there is somebody that's new here, and I do own that I tried to fucking put you there because I had a feeling that you were something, and you ended up being something. But the something that I thought you were wasn't Mafia. You played Vigilante. I still believe that I did that. I still feel that, unfortunately, I might be surrounded by Mafia on this side of my head. That's it. That's this. This is my read.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
I feel, okay, so since it's a small number, there's two Mafia. Someone that's steering the ship is Mafia. One of the steers of the ship. So one of the steers of the ship right now. Who's steering? You're steering. You're steering. And
I was clarifying.
Who else?
I actually think I've been observing a little bit more and been a little bit more quiet. I actually think from the accusations that have happened throughout the entire game, Ryobi has been accusing people off the bat. And it's been very, very varied accusations. It started with me, oh my gosh. It was Chillin' being relaxed. It was Rags now, Bob Thunder, a couple other people. So I feel like I don't mind accusations, but when it's that outlandish, I feel like there's something up with that. So I'm a little sus of Nico.
So yeah, so there's like one of two possibilities with him, right? It's either he was Mafia, and I guess three possibilities. He was Mafia, and he was just town like dropping on Mafia, or he's Mafia and I'm wrong on him, and he jumped on that, or like they're both town, he just doing that. But I think killing both of them is probably good because one of them probably was Mafia, like if there was that much friction. So I mean, I don't see why not killing.
Yeah, I think the thing with accusing Rags, like to me, Zane was Mafia, and right before we killed him, he threw it at Rags. Yeah, like immediately. So to me, Rags is like from town. Matt, I feel like you kind of just called it out off as suspicion. But to me, I feel like Rags is good. Like there's no reason to throw suspicion.
How do you feel about
pretty sus. Like even me, like I jumped on Chillin' and I vote for the two people who in my heart was Mafia. But even then, like everything was fine. I feel like everything was team.
That's cool. You're not safe. You're like, to me, you could be like, for sure, you're Mafia. Who knows?
You should have it. Go first. Always go first.
So I think Boyd's analysis that Rags is actually good based on the fact that he threw it on her is a really good analysis, and I think I might also take back my accusation on Rags for that reason. I think that makes a lot of sense. And maybe it was like a weird play by her to like at the end just kind of panic for somebody. To the argument that I'm sus based on the fact that I accuse people, I think that's generally wrong. First round, I was pretty quiet. Second round was when I realized that like the town needs to make plays, so I just went off Chillin' and Vish, kind of being relaxed. And then I started to put things together. I thought like Aiden and Nick were definitely the ones doing it, and definitely Zane was pretty bad. And then from there, I would say I went for softer reads. So I think if you look at my history, I kind of played it really patient early on. Then I had like very definite people, and now I have kind of softer reads. I would say Chillin' is the most sus of everyone that I had, and I would probably switch the priority from Rags being over Bob to Bob being over Rags based off of that.
So, yeah. So I don't think you're Mafia. I do think Rags has a power role. I don't know what it is, but I think she's got a power role. Looking over here.
What makes you say Rags has a power role?
It's a great question. Just call it a read.
I just act this way. I'm sorry. Like everybody knows this is who I am.
Okay. No, I think that's my read. Rags is a power role. Obviously not bitch. I believe Matt when he says Matt was bitch and Matt shot Sad Dad. I think Chillin is the medic. That's my underrated. Chillin is what?
I'm the what?
Chillin's the medic.
1 minute.
I'm also going off of a earlier observation of everybody that Pengu actually first initiated that he hadn't heard from. Now, something that is quite useful and something if you are Mafia in a role is that you want to have a voice out for people like Mafia not getting to talk in the first place. He wanted Aiden to talk. He wanted Ryote to talk. Those were his first people that he wanted in to talk on. He was the first person suspicious. In the end game, those are also the people that are being suspicious. It's a play that Mafia and other things do if you played other spy games.
30 seconds.
It's a move that you would do early game.
What's the move again?
The move is that, like, let's say one person is Mafia tries to get the other Mafia to have voices in. That kind of gets the wheels going to be able to, like, start accusing and framing. And the people that he actually wanted to talk was Aiden, was Ryo. And who else did he talk? Who else did he say? Besides having to suddenly throw me under the bus at the last second when the focus was on because they raised their hands.
Well, another Mafia play is if they think they're on their way out, then they accuse their friend, right? And he went straight to you.
That is one Mafia.
So
I've seen that before too. I'm not going to argue against that.
I'm going to say that these two are who I'm most sus of right now. I think Rags and Nico, I think one of them is
All right, time is up. There are no accusations.
I nominate Nico. I'm going to nominate Nico.
I'm hard.
Nico, you are now defending yourself. You have 1 minute.
I think if I'm pretty defensive of Rags, I feel like it's unlikely that I'm Mafia. I feel like the read that either one of us are Mafia is kind of weird. I think I've been consistent throughout the game, and I think that I'm willing to work with new information about like Rags being good and stuff like that. My relationship to Rags in the whole game was pretty just like, I didn't really pay much attention until the little details came up, and then just made moves based off of that. My other thing is I've just been playing pretty consistent. I really just get Chillin is sus. I think Dunk and Matt are definitely good. And I have no other reads on that. I think if I do die, I think we should hear more from Michael. We just haven't heard from him at all. I'm not saying anything about susness. And then from Bob, because I feel like he's the next person under the susness. I feel like he kind of cleared Rags. So that's my
All right. You're now voting to kill Nico. Everyone heads down. If you would like him to die, raise your hand. Everyone heads up. It is unanimous. Ryote is dead, and we are going to night. Alright. Mafia heads up. Sign on your first kill. Mafia, decide on your second kill. Mafia heads down. Detective heads up. Who would you like to check? Detective heads down. Medic heads up. Would you like to save? Medic heads down. Vigilante heads up. Would you like to shoot your shot? Vigilante heads down. Everybody heads up. Chillin and I'm sorry, who's it? Matt are dead. Mafia wins.
Yes! Hey.
Breathe. Yes. Breathe.
Why didn't you reveal it? I didn't know if I could. I asked.
You were too high on winning the tournament. You were too
high was alive. Our cop was alive.
I didn't know I was allowed.
Fucking died first.
I got misinformed.
Oh, our cop was alive. I'll never know. I'll never know why she didn't reveal.
I revealed myself.
I will die unaware why she didn't reveal. Lord help me. Lord help me.
I don't lose. I'm 100% win rate. Let's fucking go.
Kill me here.
You played well. And that's why you I wanted to kill him early because I knew he almost
Why didn't she
Five
reveal?
head, 5 head. Yeah, he was playing well. 3 head.
Why did the cop not reveal? Why did the cop not reveal, Slime?
She's super bad, but it's okay. It's hard. It's a hard game.
Our cop was alive. So.
I don't know when I'm live and on the mic.
Nobody would. I wanted to talk. Nobody would pass me the fucking pillow.
Why didn't it happen, dude?
Guys, I know, and I'll do an outro.
Anytime.
What's that?
Go ahead, China.
I don't know where to look. Hey, bud.
Hey, what's up, man?
This is Nick. He's our editor and cinematographer. He was sick most of the weekend. He's also my roommate. It's nice to see you.
Yeah, this is like the Bad Millie podcast is back a little bit.
Ludwig Cute's in the chat. Ludwig Gamer's in the chat. That's pretty much it. I don't know where to look. I've been talking about my dumpy all night.
Oh, you got quite a dumper, dude. I'll say it.
But guys, that is it. That is Summit. We got one more game of Mafia in there for you guys. That was the last game. Now everyone can freely scream and be belligerent and do all of that. It is pretty packed in here. It's a good time. Do you have anything to say to the people?
Every end day of Mafia, it warms my heart so much. I get this overwhelming feeling. I'm just so happy to be here. And I'm so happy the event happens, and cause it's just so great.
Oh, you're just like you like Mafia.
The event, like Smash.
Oh, you're just talking about.
It makes me all warm.
Yeah, sure. Winners in the chat.
Winners interview. Hey, so you played pretty good. You dropped some in the first round, but you were able to come around and clutch it at the end of the set. What adaptations did you have to make when I died to end up, winning the game?
When you died, called out 2 Mafia. And
you did.
You know what's hilarious? I think the one of the big reasons why we won is Medic got a save in the late game.
It's a nice tank.
Because Medic got a save,
everything up.
they thought we had 2 Mafia.
Exactly. That gave us a huge advantage.
Yeah, that was it. Because other than that, I think Bob Thunder was dead.
Our power rolls were pretty stupid.
I couldn't hear. Were they talking about the math at all on that last day? Like that if there were 3 Mafia,
they didn't even.
Nobody talked about.
I don't even think they thought there was.
Yeah, because if there were 3, the game is over.
I played it totally cool. I didn't bring up the math at all. Nobody else brought up the math.
I've seen Void play a lot of Ultimate and just like on stream and stuff. I've never seen him pop off like that in my life.
Wait, what? He's had legendary pop.
I have.
I don't ever see them. I always see the measured Void just kind of doing the.
Yeah, yesterday Void said that he wanted to keep Ken alive because he likes keeping good players alive. Then he killed me, so a little sus.
I town killed you.
Little sus that he just like wanted me dead in cold blood, like not a good player or whatever.
Yeah.
Very cool. Ultimate's awesome. Webbs, commentator gets to feel victory for the first time. Zane. I'm proud of you, man. That was good. You died. You're the only one who played well.
Don't say that.
So anyway,
Nick said that he thought I was town because of the way I played. 100%. I think that
that's valid.
I think that the way I played was fine, and I just didn't read the room correctly.
I didn't do anything crazy.
Because
I laid under the radar. If you threw bad,
that's what I said.
That was good.
So because to me, what Rag said actually was
I wanted to kill
bad.
Rags.
I thought it was actually bad. I thought
it wasn't the town vibe.
I just didn't realize that people would think I was sus for saying that because nobody thought I was sus, and I should have realized they thought I was deflecting.
Any final words for the people?
No Meggies. First Mafia win of the weekend.
Let's go.
That's
insane.
I won every game this week. Every game I played in. And the one game I got Mafia is the only fucking game that Mafia won. Am I just a low-key guy?
Thank you so much for watching.
Guys, thank you so much for
See,
joining
bottom
us
of my
for Smash
heart.
Summit
This
9.
event
I
means
hope you
so
liked
much
all
to
the
me.
content. I hope you liked all the melee.
Revised the tier list. I'm
And
so happy.
Webbs is certainly very proud of himself. We'll see you in the future. Goodbye. Thank you.